Good morning and welcome to ACJ Newsline. Today we will be discussing on the controversy around Central Board of Film Certification versus lipstick under my burqa. Today we have on panel with us Sonakshi, Soumyajit, Somdyuti and myself Vaishali. So the guidelines stated by CBFC, I will read it to you now. The story is lady oriented, their fantasy above life. They are contagious sexual scenes, abusive words, audio pornography and a bit sensitive touch about one particular section of the society. So let's hear it from our panelists about what they have to say on this.
So, audio pornography, that's the first question. I mean, what exactly is audio pornography when you put it out as a reason for banning a film? Is it abusive words? I mean, obviously they've mentioned abusive words, but when you say audio pornography, can we talk about item songs? Like, they have terrible lyrics, and they have terrible videos accompanying them. So when
Double meaning.
so when you put that against this for lipstick under my burqa, it kind of contradicts the whole system of how the kind of films that the censor board has been allowing and banning.
And what is this difference between abusive words and audio pornography? Don't both of them mean the same?
I don't think so. See, audio pornography, if not given a video to it, and you can still relate to it, and you know exactly what's going on in your head, just listening to it, then it's audio pornography. But if you can't relate without the video, then could it be video pornography? Now, for example, this movie itself, if you just listen to the trailer and you don't see the video, you will never guess what exactly is going on. This cannot be termed as audio pornography. So according to me, I don't think so this is it. But then again, sensible.
I mean, you see in very early films that during Kailash Niyal's career, and he had some very funny songs with funny lyrics,
Funny,
funny
offending.
videos, very funny, very
Double
sexist.
meaning.
Yeah. I mean, you might almost say that they're promoting rape culture and everything. The man chasing the wife. I mean, I remember this very terrible music video that my classmate showed to me. It had Anil Kapoor and Juhi Chawla, and it was apparently their wedding night. And Juhi Chawla doesn't want to have sex with him, and Anil Kapoor, he's forcing himself. And I'm like, what is going on? I mean, you can pass.
This is the 90s, right?
Yeah.
90s.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can pass a film about.
Where was the sanskari then?
I mean, you can pass a film about marital abuse and everything, but you can't promote a film about a
But
woman
back then,
exploring
there was
sexuality.
nothing as such called feminism as much as it is today.
Exactly.
So obviously, it was all about the man taking control, the man doing whatever he wants to. So obviously, he's gonna.
And we have some really successful movies on women point of view also. Pink, Parch.
Exactly.
It was really nice and box office hits. So what is the problem with lipstick under my burqa?
I think within for the past 10 years or so, 10 years or 8 years or so, I think it's been a trend now that too many movies promoting feminism have come along the way. And people are not comfortable with this sudden change altogether. So, and this is happening all over the world, not just in our
acceptance.
country. Yes. So the point of feminism is that all around the world. And now it is happening in our country in the form of movies. People are not able to digest it.
Yeah, I mean, you see films like you mentioned, this Parched, and it's very prominent. This angry Indian goddess, again, very out there. Margarita with a straw, everything. You see the women, they're taking control, no matter the situation. And the censor board has to have a problem. It's like it's unseparable. You become a film about women, and the censor board has to have a problem.
And at least state the guidelines, state the reasons. We deserve to know. Why aren't you telling us on what basis you rejected the movie? Why do you not have an explanation
Exactly,
for it?
exactly.
No, they have an explanation, but it's not
It's a
detailed.
When
or-
asked to each
what
member.
does that mean?
No, it's like it's their
That's the
explanation.
problem.
It's them on the scenes.
No,
They're not being clear about why they're
Exactly.
banning it.
The point is, if there's a certification that has been given already, then
Yeah.
why ban it?
A movie. Why
You're
censor it?
censoring the dialogues,
yeah.
you're cutting the scenes, you're banning the movie
It's
altogether.
supposed to be for the adult.
Exactly.
uh,
If you're giving the certification of A, then
Yeah.
obviously there will be parental
what's
supervision.
the
or
problem
the adults
with
are there.
what's the problem with slang words, abusive
I mean,
words in
with-
adult certified
You can't
movies?
say-
No,
Adults
what is
don't
the point
know
in
these
using
slang
abusive words?
words.
Like they do not know.
Also,
these
in
We
words.
don't
this-
come across
in
these
this
words in the real
generation.
world. What is the problem?
Exactly, in this generation, who is there? Like, I don't know anyone who does not know who's the above 18 age and who does not know any of the abusive words.
And doesn't use them.
Exactly.
And doesn't use them.
And even if they don't use it, they know what it is. They know the meaning behind
and
it.
if you
They
have
know
a problem with abusive word, then I think you should have banned Delhi Belly when it came out, because that film is like
Again,
it-
a lot of
it's
movies
just-
had banned
But then
words.
that's what the difference with this movie is not just abusive words. It's the women
It's the
fantasizing
theme,
about
yeah.
sex.
It's the
Exactly.
theme of the
And did
film.
you also notice their fantasy above life?
yeah.
What above life?
Above life is sexual life.
Sexual like
So
And again, lady-oriented
Men can do that.
lady-oriented
Men can do
movie.
that.
What, 4 women acting? Can it be male-oriented in any way? How ridiculous is this?
no, we live in India. You have to understand that we're supposed to put a pallu
Dupatta.
and you know
Close your
just-
face again.
no,
Sari.
again that movie must be
Ghumta.
Zade.
But, oh my!
Must
have you
be
seen
Zade.
the-
Wow. I recently watched the trailer and it was. How can it be better than Lipstick Under My Burqa in any way?
Let alone the trailer. Have you seen the poster? It's
insulting.
it's horrific. I mean,
No, I think the main problem with our country is that over the years, so many years, the movies and the film industry has been going on. Over the years, every time it's that man taking control, is the man being there. So the woman has always been on the submissive side.
Exactly.
But now, over the years, 10 or 8 years,
The
now
dynamic is
exactly.
changing
and people
thora,
are
thora, yeah.
exactly, and now it's actually
People are
changing
uncomfortable
like
with that.
suddenly.
Yeah.
Now the movies are coming out there, and people are talking about sex. Videos are being made about like AIB is also doing
Exactly, yeah.
So this is all getting uncomfortable for the older folks.
Yeah.
So this generation is okay with it. The older
Yeah.
folks are not okay.
so and obviously the censor board prefers the older generation than the
No, more than prefers, it has older
It
generation
is
in the jury.
composed of older
Yeah,
people.
it is.
Yeah.
And I do not know if there are sufficient women members to support this. We do not
The
know. It is-
problem is the working of the censor board. It's
Yes, it's very much
shrouded
kept in
in mystery.
secrecy.
It's
Exactly,
shrouded in
yeah.
mystery.
Well,
We
you never
don't
know
know the
which-
process.
What is
And
the
when-
guidelines?
When we see the end result of when a movie comes out and there's this slang word, this particular slang word here beeped out, and then it appears. It's just being inconsistent. So I don't understand what is the process.
Actually, if you remember, there was another film. It was very long ago, and it was not very popular. I think it was called Under 18 or just 18, I think. And they banned that film because they're like, oh, it has very sexual scenes. Oh, we can have this. Fine. There was another film called BA Pass. And
Oh,
they're
yes.
like,
Oh, yes.
God, we
Yes,
can't
yes.
have this kind of film. It's too forward.
Keeping the sexual scenes also aside, there's a basic difference. Like for example, if you see Gangs of Wasseypur, so you see all the abusive words being used, you see all the sexual scenes being portrayed, and nothing is being censored. The same hand you see Angry Indian Goddesses. There's actually nothing sexual about the movie, and yes, there are abusive words, but they've censored each and every one of them. So there's just this basic difference of men and women, which
Yes,
is very,
yes.
very.
There is no
prevalent.
consistency. There is
Yeah.
no proper pattern followed for all the movies. There is a bias.
Gender difference.
There is a bias.
As simple as that.
Because the Sham Benegal last year, 2016 April and October, released a report saying that CBFC should only be a film certification body whose scope should be restricted to categorizing the suitability of the film to audience groups on the basis of age.
So how do you explain audience group? What exactly this audience group mean? Is it the
There is
They
above
have
18
the
and
certification,
under
right?
18.
Yeah,
Universal
A, UA, and
UA,
U,
which is parental guidance,
yeah,
and
but
A means
obviously
adult.
when you're tagging a film A and you're still cutting the scenes and
Yeah, it
beeping
doesn't
out
make
words,
sense, is it?
It
Does it?
makes no sense. Why would you do that?
And there has been, protests against Nihalani and the censor board since he came into power, and we have not seen any change. Only this committee was constructed and nothing. No action came out of the, recommendations. I mean,
No, because where is this freedom of expression? The director is under trouble, and when you see the audience, it is not something that is supposed to be decided by 5 people or a jury that comprises of you don't know even who. So they cannot decide what we want to watch. That is the
No,
general.
see, censor board can still prevail. They can decide certain things and certain things they cannot decide. That is fine. But to an extent, you censor something.
Yes.
And
That's the point. of
they are
censor.
not supposed
I
to
mean-
censor it, right? You're
Maybe they should
supposed to
just stop
grade
with
and give a
categorizing.
certificate.
It's
Exactly.
just
But that's the
categorizing
thing.
and
Nobody knows
certifying.
about that.
Yeah.
Nobody knows about it.
The
Not
name
supposed to
itself,
know.
censor board,
That's
it was given by the media. It was a kind of slang.
And And how
You
can
know?
they cut scenes?
Sarcastically, it was exactly.
this is funny
That's
because-
what
And
they
this
made.
movie is being rejected. Not even cutting scenes, rejected.
See, the thing
And
is,
so was Hota Punjab, but then
Ah.
look how long it took them.
Mm.
I think if there was not, I mean, if we didn't have this whole social media fiasco with everyone protesting and all, I think censor board would have been very hell bent on not letting the film,
Yeah.
getting out in the
I
public. at
think
all.
in this country you are not supposed to be talking about openly about sex. Now, for example, if you have watched James Bond in this country,
Uh-huh.
you see it abroad, they have not cut even a single scene. Now, there's one scene in James Bond, and they've actually cut this.
And what was
Spectre.
it? Was
Exactly,
just a
Spectre,
kissing
yes.
scene, extended
it.
kissing. That's
Yes.
it.
No, and this
And
is
they
funny
cut the
because
entire scene.
with Arnab Goswami, there was this interview that Kailash Nayani came and he asked him that you cut the scene. Have you seen it by yourself? No, I haven't. The members saw it. So Arnab was obviously like, how can you just ban a film, ban that scene if you have not seen it yourself? And he's like, oh, but the others have seen it. I think so. It's like it's just a justification that says
No.
they have done it. The board
That
have done
sounds
it.
the
like
main
he's
question. Yes, yes.
taking the blame away, like pushing
Yeah.
the blame
I
away
mean,
from
it is
himself.
not
The main
I don't
question
know
is
anything.
who are they to decide?
Exactly. The
Yeah.
board members have
Who are they
decided,
to
and I
decide?
just passed.
And
Pass
it's
the
funny when you
resolution.
say something like, I have not seen it, but I've banned it because they told me it's not suitable. Excuse me.
Because we do not even know the process that's going on there. Now that everything is held in secrecy, we do not know if the movie is watched first of all. There are enough women members, and if there are
Yeah.
representatives across age groups, what if it's just bunch of old people watching
No, but it has been
I'm
released
pretty
in
sure it's a
Tokyo.
bunch of old people watching.
Yes, yes, it has been appreciated in Tokyo, it's appreciated worldwide, Mami Festival. When all other countries appreciate this movie, why not our country? We should in fact be proud of it,
I
but
think
we
the
are shamelessly
problem is
commenting on it.
we have this discrimination between the films which are about women, which support women empowerment,
Yes.
or mostly about women taking
Women
charge.
and sexuality.
Yeah, we have
This
a
and
problem.
also religion has something to do.
And
Religion. Oh yes, yes, yes. Because
That's
it
the other side
also
of the coin.
the report also says that it is a bit sensitive touch about one particular section of the society.
I'm sorry, I wear a burqa and I
I can't
don't
wear a
know what
lipstick
other
under that. I
He's got
don't have
her
the rights to do that.
sexual urges.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
not supposed
No.
to have any urges. I just have to cook food and sleep.
And wear a burqa.
Yes,
wear
wear
a
a
burqa. It's-
Because Abba Singh, a lawyer, again, she had mentioned previously that what she has implied from this statement is that it's against the Muslim community, and again, there was a Muslim leader present to support it, and they say that it's against IPC 295A, that is religious sentiments of the Muslims, and he says that after watching this movie, it's not even released, but he says this. Women are being taunted continuously, especially the ones wearing burqa by men, like they were not taunted before this. What kind of an excuse or a comment are you trying to make?
It hasn't been released.
It's not been released, number one. He said this. And that's really disturbing me. On what basis have you come to a conclusion without even watching the movie?
Yeah.
There are certain sections in our country that are really sensitive about.
yeah, I mean,
I mean,
if
you
you talk-
anyways, any religion, be it in our country, cannot talk about openly about sex. And if you take this particular section of this country, so obviously that is a
But
taboo.
Yeah, I
that
mean,
doesn't mean we'll be
it's a
stuck in the
taboo.
dark ages, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
I mean, do you remember Aligarh when it came out? They were so against it. They're like, oh, you have a homosexual film, and it's a Muslim. Oh, that's oh god. Oh no, we can't watch
Certain
that.
genres are okay with our industry, but there are certain things that people are not okay.
Depends on their mood. Suddenly it changes,
Yeah.
Sometimes they like homosexuals, sometimes they are, aversive towards them. It
But
depends on their
only,
mood after all.
only if it's coming from the male gaze. If it's making you feel stuff, then oh yeah, sure.
No, similar
If it's-
Human Cry was made about the movie Sex and the City as well.
Yes,
Similar
very
Human
true,
Cry.
very true.
Part 2 of that movie, where again the women were wearing burqas and underneath they were wearing all sorts of
I mean,
international
do you remember
brands.
that scene where I think it was Carrie Bradshaw and she has to get a taxi?
Yes,
And
yes.
she's wearing a burqa.
Yeah.
And the taxi
Oh, there
are
was
not
a
stopping.
human
What she
cry
goes
made
is-
when she actually
Yeah, she
calls for
goes
the
out in
taxi.
the street.
She just
she
pulls
pulls
her
up
legs
her
up.
burqa.
Yeah.
She shows the leg, and the taxi driver
And the
just
human
stops.
cry was made about that you insulted the burqa.
Yeah,
They have
So
a problem
certain
with
the
anything and
burqa?
everything.
Yeah, because she actually picks it up.
yeah.
till
Shows the
knee
leg.
and
Yeah,
then she
I've
puts it-
seen the
Yeah.
scene,
So
but
that the insulted
how do you
burqa.
insult the book?
The attire.
It's,
yeah,
It's a Muslim attire, so you can't insult Muslim attire.
Yeah,
It's not
insulting
just
the
this,
attire,
yeah.
not
Lots
just
of
the religion.
movies have faced this,
Obviously,
especially with
this is
regard
just one
to-
example. Yeah.
Yeah, because we've had wonderful movies like Pink and Parched and all those.
Oh, but they also
No, but
faced the
yeah,
thunder.
actually,
they did.
even parts.
Not as much
went
as this,
through
but they
a
did.
Yes, but
problem
box
because-
office hit. I mean, we should give it a try. Give a chance. Why just curb the rights of them blatantly and just and apart from that, India's Daughter,
Yeah.
that was again banned. It was released and then immediately banned because they had an issue.
They had an issue with people knowing the truth and hearing from
Because they
the
want the
accused.
public
Yeah,
to
they had an issue
think that
with
everything is hunky and
the-
dory in India.
the brutality of it coming out, Indian society being
My question is who
portrayed in that
exactly are
way.
they trying to protect? Are they trying to protect us? Or are they trying to hide the truth? Because, I mean,
They're safeguarding
They do
Indian
not
traditions
want to see the truth.
and culture.
The culture. Yeah,
Actually,
Sanskari.
Yeah.
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 Sanskari.
Yeah.
So again, if you
Um,
see Udta Punjab and Harmkor also,
Mm.
were some of the movies.
I think if this situation prevails, and it looks like it's prevailing under the present government, I think the only way out is online platforms, media platforms like Netflix, Amazon. I mean, we
and
have
YouTube
seen
actually.
YouTube
but-
also censors it.
Yeah, that's
and
really
there
Netflix.
is
has
also the
licensed.
problem of revenue.
Yeah.
YouTube, it's going to be free. And
Exactly.
the movies. they
Netflix
haven't-
seems to be a fine option with a
Exactly.
better
good clarity.
option. Yeah, you will get some money out of it. So I think releasing it on Netflix is the best way to go for this movie. At
Also,
least
providing
from a-
license to YouTube is also not possible.
No, because I'm pretty sure Haramkhor is there. So,
Again, there's an inconsistency.
But then there
Some
are so
websites
many
release it,
online
some do
portals,
not.
so yes, you
They
can
do not
actually.
have a constant pattern. So I think, like Soumyajit said, these movies should be given opportunity on platforms like Netflix, and we'll keep fighting for them. Stay tuned. Thank you.